Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday Wake Up Sprints. How are you doing? Hopefully, you had a good night's rest. That would probably be more than what I had. So, hopefully, everyone had a good night and a good weekend. I'm coming from behind, y'all. Let's see. I'm just tapping, trying to send a link to someone here real quick. Hey, Audrey, how are you doing, Miss Lady? Headed to band rehearsal. Oh, well, thank you very much for stopping by. Sorry I had to cut out on your sprint yesterday. I was there and then I wasn't. It's a long story, but needless to say, I had to go to work. It was not pleasant. But it's done now, and I'm back on no sleep whatsoever. But that's okay. Hopefully, band rehearsal goes pretty cool. You have some musical talents that I definitely do not have. Where is this sprint? I am trying to send this sprint to. Is this one? I'm trying to send the sprint to somebody. Is this one? Okay, that's this one. Okay. Okay, so share, stop, share, copy link. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Bear with me, y'all. It's been a long day and a half. 2 days, maybe one day. Let's see. Hold up. Trying to do everything coming from behind. I walked into the house like maybe 30 minutes ago. So I had to take a shower and all this madness, y'all. It has not been pleasant. I need to get on this foot massage. My feet are killing me. Anyway, okay. Uh yeah. Yeah, my whole Saturday was just a bust, I think. I mean, I got stuff done. It was just definitely a bust. Like was not the plan for sure for what I had planned. Because, a work thing that y'all just and now YouTube is acting sketchy. Come on now, YouTube. Hold up a second. I'm on another screen here trying to find a timer here. Let me just set this for right here. It's always something extra that you gotta do. Anyway, okay, there we go. Yeah, so I had a coworker call out. So we have this thing at work called on call, right? So I normally work day shift. However, we work with a lower staff at night. So we have on call. So if someone calls out at night, then we always have coverage. So I was on call yesterday, which was a busy day because I had a yard sale and it rained and all those other crazy mess, right? Anyway, so this girl that normally calls out with no repercussions called out, and I was on deck. Now, what pisses me off is it was like last minute. So I work 12-hour shifts. So after being up all day, I get a call at like 5:50 p.m. yesterday that I have to be to work for 7. So not only have I been up all day and I got up early because like I said I had stuff to do, and but then I wound up having to go into work on no sleep and work a full 12-hour shift. So, needless to say, I'm tired. So, if I get loopy, it's just more loopier than I normally am. You know me. If y'all come here, I got some chaos going on. Anyway, so I got in at home like a little while ago because it's overnight, but I don't normally work a night shift. So having to stay up all night and function is chaos in itself. It normally does not happen a lot that you get called in, but when you do, it sucks. I just find that with this one particular person, it tends to happen very frequently. And it's always like a weekend or a holiday, which is annoying because you didn't screwed up like my entire day and night, because it screwed up not only last night, but it also screws up today as well because I'm tired. Like after this, I'm going to go to bed, you know? So, pain in the butt. Anyway, so y'all care about your coworkers, don't have lame excuses, okay? And the excuse this time for her, because one was I forgot. That's a lame excuse because that I forgot that happened a few months back. That happened at 7:40. The shift had already started. So I'm thinking I'm off the hook of working, and now I have to put up literally everything and get to work like immediately. So that was a piss poor excuse of I forgot, okay? Because you should write down your schedule. But the excuse this time was that you're sick. Okay, you've been at home all day, and all of a sudden now at 5:50, you're sick and you can't come to work. Y'all, okay. Anyway. I suck that up. Okay. I hate it. I hate it. I'm complaining to y'all, but at work, I'm just like, okay, tell me what I got to do. I hate when you go to work and everybody's like, oh, I'm sorry. And, trying to have all this talk. I'm like, look, just give me my assignment and let me roll. Like that's how I do when I'm pissed at work. I don't want to talk about it. I'm here. I'm doing what I need to do. Give me my assignment and let me roll. Because I walk around in a hospital, so I don't got to see some people, But I was just upset last night. But I'm calm. And I didn't have food. I'd eaten cookies for lunch, and I had some cookies and ice cream I was going to eat later. So I'm sitting there eating trail mix at 3 a.m. because I have no food cooked. So that's another thing. Right now, I'm running off of some residual cookies that I had when I came in because I was going to cook. It's a mess, but I do have my tea. Okay. So anyway, y'all, that's my day. Hello, Lachette. How are you doing? Morning to you as well. I just needed to vent there for a minute, y'all. Okay. Any of y'all have those coworkers that just screw your schedule up? It's so annoying. Just y'all, go to work. If you're supposed to be at work, go to work. Okay. Oh my God. Let's see. Where am I at in these chats? I'm missing something. Okay, Audrey says, have a good day. 3 hours rehearsal. I mean, I know you enjoy the clarinet, so that should be good. And you have talent, so that's good. Elena, how are you doing today, Miss Lady? What is up with your weekend? How's it going? Was everybody going to be reading, by the way, y'all, in the chats here? What are you going to be reading this morning? Hello, Laura. Afternoon, lovely Courtney, reading Honey Witch this afternoon. The Honey Witch. Ooh. See, that sounds like it could be spicy, but it's probably not. What is the Honey Witch about? 93 more subs? You need 93? Oh, I need 93 more subs. Oh, girl, that's probably another, let me see. To reach 1,000, which I'm blessed for everyone, but I'm going to say that's going to take another 4 months because the waxing and waning. I didn't think that the 900 was going to stay because it went up, then it went down. But I appreciate anybody in the chats that does not subscribe. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Hi, beautiful Jaleesa. How are you doing this morning? Welcome. Hey, Keita, how are y'all doing? Are y'all waking up today? Pinch your cheeks. Wake up, shake your head. Get some coffee, get some tea. I ate cookies for breakfast, so I'm on a little sugar high, but that's going to crash at some point. I can be a morning person when I want to, but when I crash, I start drooling on myself. I'm like, that reminds me of a patient last night. Oh, y'all. This dude would not wake up for nothing. He was like talking to me. So I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, you want this? Yeah. So I'm doing my thing, and then I go to touch him, and he's like, what are you doing here? I was like, what we just talked about. And then he fell immediately back to sleep. So I was just like, I'm going to just do my thing. I was like putting a little mask or whatever on him. And I was moving his head, and it's generally uncomfortable. But bro was just and knocked the L out. I could have done anything to him. Okay. He had his hand in his pants, just chilling. You know how dudes do. So I just did my thing and then I just closed the door behind me. Oh, trusting things y'all we do in hospitals. Hi, Scorpio. How are you doing? Reading Twisted Lies by Anna Huang for a book club. What is Twisted Lies about? I'm interested to know. What is everybody else reading? I managed to read some last night. I will say that because it was slow and, I don't know. We had some crazy stuff happen last night. Just odd stuff that needs to be reported. I wrote a lot of notes. I didn't report anybody, but I darn sure put a whole bunch of stuff in the chart. So in case something comes back, that was not me. Okay. Weird stuff that I'm just like, how did that happen? But I did get reading done in between putting out a bunch of fires and walking. So I'm reading this book, by the way, The Last Sinner. So I am going to probably read this. I physically read this, but I did realize this morning that I have this on audio. So I'm trying to decide that if I am going to be awake enough to read, which generally I can read in the middle of the night at work, but I'm going on almost 36 hours of no sleep. So I don't know if me physically reading with my eyeballs can work, but I know I can listen to it. So I'm going to decide if I'm going to work on my diamond painting and listen to this, or I'm probably going to get another cup of tea and talk to my husband first. We'll see if reading happens, but that's my plan. Probably do this and work on some diamond painting and get a foot massage with my foot massager I'm eyeing over there. It's winking at me. It's like, hey, girl, come on, girl, put your feet in me. I know you want to. I got heat. That's what it's saying. And that's what I'm going to do because my feet hurt. Actually, my legs hurt too, but I don't have a leg massager up in here. But I do need some more tea because this is like cold. So that's my plan. What's y'all plan? Keita is super. Oh no, you're sick. Probably a strep throat. I lost my voice, so unfortunately I won't be on video. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear it. Darn it. Laryngitis, maybe. I've had that at one point too. Just I never lost a voice before. So, but either way, rest up. I feel like when you lose your voice, I always try to see the positive thing. I'll be like, when you lose your voice, that's your body saying is you're just time to not talk. Like rest your vocal cords. You've run out of things to say. So think of it that way, okay? Hold baby girl tight. Don't get her sick, and you'll be okay. Okay, let her talk. How about that? Let baby girl talk your ear off. Okay. Well, I hope that you get better sooner than later, because I know that's not sick. But if you know me, drink plenty of water. That's what I'll say. And put some tea or something soothing and warm in the mix, okay? Hope you get better soon. Read a good book. That's always a good time when you're sick. Jaleesa says, reading I Found Puppets Living in My Apartment Walls by Ben Farthing. I think you were talking about that. I looked that up in my library, did not have it. I think that was the issue. Okay. So how is it going? Is it good? Real Americans by Rachel Kong. How is the Real Americans? Who are the Real Americans? Is there such thing? Let me know. Jaleesa says, not me yelling through the screen, go take a nap. I push through, persevere. I'm not sleepy now. I will be at some point, though. We're not going to be on here super long, y'all. I plan to depart by 11 o'clock. Okay. I plan to depart by 11 o'clock, and I'm going to take a little nappy nap for a few hours. I don't want to sleep the whole day away. I got to work tomorrow anyway. Day. So I'll probably take like a 2, 3 hour nap and then get up, do my normal thing, listen to my book people, that's like my day. I look forward to it. I put you on the computer, on the kitchen counter, and I do stuff as I hear, and I'm gonna be sleeping for the beginning part, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Back in the day when I used to work night shift, I would get in and I would sleep like 4 hours. Like I would get in and sleep till noon, and then I would just get up. Like regardless of how I felt, I would get up. But I would go to sleep just early the next day. So like that's if I didn't work. Like if I didn't work the next day, then I would sleep till noon and then just get up and go about my day. If I did work the next day, then I would stay up till I don't know, till I was not tired anymore. Generally talk my husband's head off or whatever. And then I would go to bed, and then I would wake up like around, I don't know. Generally I would wake up just in time to go, to work for the next shift if I work night shift. But yeah, I don't relish the whole night shift thing. It's not bad. Truth be told, working in a hospital, at least for me, night shift is actually preferable. The only issue is that it's night shift, but I actually did not mind working the night shift. My husband mind, and that's the reason why I found a day shift job. But I don't mind working the night shift. Less people around the hospital. You deal with less chaos. Patients go to sleep at a certain time. Lachette says, I don't know what I'm reading. Not in the mood for books. I'm in the middle of. Okay, maybe you need to switch it up. Switch it up. Or just take a break. Take a break. The book Hermit. Hey, Laura. Hold up. Why am I second guessing your name's Laura? Laura, right? Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. I need a massager that speaks like that. It does. Let me show you what I have here. I might as well put it under my desk while I'm here already. Okay, hold up. Let me show you. Oh, man, my hip hurts. I thought it was like, hey, babe. Hey, babe. Okay. Never mind. He conveniently doesn't hear me, of course. Oh, is this plugged in? Why is this not? Oh, hold on. Trying to get my massager, y'all. Okay, so this is the foot massager I have here, right? And this one, I like the color of this one here. But you put your feet in there, and it goes. Yes, good time. But this is a shiatsu massager. If you're going to get a foot massager, y'all, make sure it says shiatsu, not just vibration. Vibration don't really, in my opinion, do anything. You need the shiatsu, which is like the kneading type thing. Okay, it's like an air compressor, but it mimics kneading. It's like giving your foot a big old hug and squeeze it in, and then you got heat in it too. You need that. All right, hold on. I am going to plug this in behind me. Where is the plug? Did I turn the plug? Oh, I didn't turn this on. Okay. Figured I might as well get started in the mix with this. Oh my gosh, can I not put this underneath here? I don't have enough room. I'm in a different desk than what I normally do. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this bad boy while we're talking here. Yeah, I like to do a few different cycles of this. Like if I'm sitting here, it's not uncommon for me to do like 2 or 3 15-minute cycles. If you're on your feet all day, or if you have, I don't know, I think anybody could benefit from a foot massage, but especially if you work one of those jobs where you're on your feet all day, these are the bomb.com. And they vary in price tags anywhere from like, I think I've seen them at Walmart around the holidays for like $30. This was an Amazon one, but you have different ones, Let's see. Let's feel better soon. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I got sick from her. Oh, Hey, you know what? Baby girl is showing you some love, sickness and all. Okay, I'm telling you. Imagine if you were at a school. That's the worst. You get love from all the kids. Okay. Hey, Ulysses, how are you doing, Miss Lady? What is going on? What are you reading? Hello, book girls and purrs. I love the name. I'm headed to the laundromat. I'll be reading book two, historical fiction trilogy, The Grasping Root by Margaret Pennard. I have heard of Margaret Pennard. That name is all over the place. I love it, love it, love it. The Grasping Root. I have never heard that. Are you enjoying this book too? I'm assuming you're going to read the entire trilogy, right? Jaleesa says, starting off good makes me scared a little because the grandfather has a closet with no door. Okay. So I have to read this book with my back facing a wall. It feels like someone's watching me. Wait, hold up. Trilogy makes me scared a little because the grandfather has a closet with no door. So I read this book with my back facing a wall. Huh? I'm confused. So you're reading it facing back facing the wall, feels like someone's watching you. Because you're thinking about the door doesn't have the closet doesn't have a door on it. That kind of scares me. Ever since the whole poltergeist thing, I definitely need a door closed, like the closet doors. Even just like open just a little bit freaks me out. If I leave it open or whatnot, my face has to be covered. I can't wake up and see that black hole. Just freak you out. So I understand. Joining you during the first sprint, getting this much together. Okay, I get you. That was a good time. Good time. Look forward to seeing you. Hi everyone. Hello, Saluna. How are you doing? What are you reading, Miss Lady? What's going on? Hey, Ulysses. Hello, Storm. Gonna read my daily pages for The Thousand Deaths of Adore Ben by Tyler Whitesides. That is a whole title. That is a mouthful. Then I might read Magician Apprentice by Raymond Feist. Ooh, okay. Which one of those do you prefer? Let me know. I really enjoyed book one and I just started book two. Plan on finishing the trilogy by next Sunday. Okay, you are committed. Okay. I like a commitment. Okay. I feel like if you're going to be in deep in that series, you might as well do it. Okay. I can get behind a trilogy. If you are not aware, I am not much of a series person, but I can get behind a duology or a trilogy, depending on how long it is. And I prefer everything to be out so I can binge it. Okay. Pet peeve of mine when the books aren't out. If I look at something and it says it's a multi and they aren't out, then I'm like, okay, pause. Hope you enjoyed it all though. Saluna is reading When the Moon Hatched, about 50% through, but not sure what I'll do this sprint. Only have an hour before I should get to bed. Ooh, okay, so it's nighttime where you're at. Okay. Well, maybe relax a little bit. If you feel like you've read enough, it's nothing wrong with just sitting, listening, maybe watch a little TV, paint your nails. I don't know. Get ready for bed and relax, right? If my back is facing an open door, I feel uncomfortable. I don't blame you. I completely understand. That black hole where there's no door is unsettling, especially in the dark. It doesn't help that they just finished season 2 of them. Makes you scared, girl. I agree. But it's also kind of the idea, you have soldiers and like police officers and whatnot that don't like to sit with their back to a door because it's the idea that there's danger. Like I need to see, who's coming in so you can address the situation and see what's coming up front. Kind of that same concept, danger rule, Robertson, Jaleesa says, a wonder I sleep as well as I do all the horror I consume. Do it during the day. It's funny because I can read at night like a horror book and whatnot, but as far as with horror movies, I have to watch them during the day. Like, especially if it's like supernatural or has some sort of like connotation, like it may be real, definitely I have to consume during the day. Like I'll tell my husband, like we'll watch a preview and I'll be like, turn it off. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. He laughs at me all the time. I don't blame him. 11 p.m. here in Australia. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're about ready for bed there. Okay. Well, you're almost there. Just relax. Get yourself ready. How about that? That way, by the time your body naturally wants to go to bed, you're already prepared for it. Jaleesa says, I'm like that in restaurants too. Prefer not to sit with my back facing the window. I want to see everything. Yeah, I get you. I completely understand. And that makes sense too. You need to know what's going on, especially this day and age. Girl, you know, this day and age, you don't know what's coming through the door. You need to be prepared. Prepared for sure. Keita says, I always have my back against the wall. I'm a New Yorker. I'm just going to be facts, facts, facts. And you always have people around, so you need it. Yes, I understand. I understand that completely. Yeah, I need to know what's coming through the door at me so I can address it appropriately. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go into the first sprint here. I'm going to go ahead and start Miss Keita's comment so we know where we're at. I'm going to do a 45-minute timer. I don't like me on the site. There we go. There we go. Let's get a different design because, you know, I just like to be extra here. Let's do this blue. That looks like it matches. That's pretty. Okay, y'all. I'm just doing stuff. Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all in 45. Okay. Happy reading. Hello, 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 party people. Hello, we got some friends here. Let me see if I can change this. No, I don't like that either. There we go. That's better. Can't they be bigger? No, I don't like that either. Okay, I feel like this is too small, but the other ones are too big. So, anyway, how are y'all doing today?
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning, morning.
morning. I'm okay. I'm awake. Amen.
Hey, that's
Amen.
always good.
Amen to the coffee. I got that. I'm doing okay.
I feel you on that one. I'm on the second cup of tea. At
Mhm.
least since 8 o'clock cup of tea. I've had two during the night. So, how's your
Yeah.
weekend going?
Good. I went to a event last night that my chapter had and came home and then was like, "Oh, I'll just sit up and read." And I read and then I watched something and then that something watched me evidently because I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, I said, "It's light outside." And I said, "Oh boy, what time is it?" Then I got the notification about you, and I said, "Oh, it's later than what I thought."
They just went away. I know how
Right.
that is.
Yeah.
It's the next day.
Excuse me. Yeah, I was
Mhm.
walking in a patient room this morning and I was like, man, it looks very bright.
Mhm.
Days just kind of go into so anyway. Oh, so that leads me to another question, right? So yesterday I walked in and I was like, hey, I'm Courtney, and the patient was like, oh, good night. And I was like, huh?
Mhm.
You know how you have hey, good evening. And I was like,
Mhm.
so, and that led me to another question. So I'm like, so when is it considered night versus this evening? Because it was like 9:30. No, hold up, maybe a little bit, probably like 8:30, because it was still light outside for a little bit longer. So when does night start versus evening?
For
I
me,
never thought of it as being
I
different.
didn't either. We had a
I
Mhm.
whole little philosophical conversation.
I guess good night for me is when I'm at home. So like if I'm at home and it's nighttime, okay, good night. But if I'm at work and I'm about to leave because I usually get off at around 6 o'clock, I'm gonna say good evening.
Yeah,
But if it's like around lunchtime, I'm gonna say good afternoon. So it just
yeah.
yeah, it depends on where I'm at in the time.
Hmm. I don't know.
Mhm.
Well, I will agree with that because if I'm doing a presentation in the evening, then I'm saying good evening. I'm not saying good night when I'm, after the
Mhm.
introduction. I'm saying good
Yeah.
evening, and then I continue with my spiel. Um, so yeah, good night is usually when I'm saying goodbye to people as I'm going along my merry way. Um, in the
It has
evening,
a
not
little bit of
when I'm
finality.
leaving work, but when I'm leaving, if I go out with friends and it's evening, and then I say good night, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
It's
just
like,
use the umbrella term good day.
there we go. There we
Yeah, when
go.
I see
There we
people, I just like
go.
good day, and then when I leave them,
Hmm.
I just say you have a good one,
Yeah.
whatever it
Uh-huh.
may be.
I feel
Hmm.
like good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon. I feel like those are all greetings, whereas goodbye is a leave, it's kind of like it's
Right.
an ending type thing.
Hmm.
But it was just a curious thing because I was just coming in and I was like, well, you're gonna see me a few more times. So anyway, so what are y'all reading or what were y'all reading? Did y'all read?
I didn't read. I was getting ready. But
You
I'm
got
about to
the
drop the
puppet
book.
book, right?
Yeah, I got the puppet book. And it's funny. I'm gonna show y'all what it says on the first page. Can you all see that? I don't know if it's mirrored. It said brought to you by the letter O.
Oh,
Okay.
is it the letter O?
Brought to you by the letter O. I don't know. I guess they're trying to like play on the kind of what is it called, Sesame Street kind of puppets thing going on.
Hmm.
So that's why it starts off with that. I thought it was cute.
I don't
Just
get the what's the puppet thing for Sesame Street?
you know how they would say, "Oh, like this episode is brought to you by the letter," and
The
they
letter, yeah.
and there would be a different
Sesame
letter
Street
all the time.
agency.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, you learned something new. Okay.
Yeah.
How kids
Yeah,
learn the
that's
alphabet.
an old thing that they've been doing for years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't think I
yeah.
ever consistently watched Sesame Street.
So
Like I watched some episode, but never consistently. That's why when people were talking about the whole Bert and Ernie thing, I'm like, are y'all just making crap up, or is there really something going on? You know, I don't know. I don't know.
mhm.
I like
Yeah.
Kermit and Miss Piggy and just their little dynamic. Other than that, I don't really pay much attention to anybody.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. I watched all of that. Um.
Same here.
Uh. Also, I came home to books delivered to me.
Ooh.
Actually, I saw them when I left, but I didn't because I was like, I'm on my way out, so I'll pick them up when I come back in. And so I unboxed them when I came home
You got a
after
video?
watching them. Hmm?
Is it a video boxing or can you tell us
No,
about
I just unboxed it. It's two from two that I was well one couldn't wait. I said I can't not wait to read it. So it's Blood at the Root.
Oh,
Oh,
I've heard a lot about that. Okay.
anticipated reads of the year.
Uh-huh. Ladarian. I'm like, Ladarian, you know when that book comes out, I gotta get it. And I got it from Sister Sci-Fi Bookstore,
Oh,
which is for people who don't know, it's a black owned digital bookstore based in California.
hmm.
Is that a
Um,
YA book?
yeah, because it's like people are touting it as because it is like a he always said that it's a HBCU um type of high school thing
Yeah.
with um with powers.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. And he initially tried to get it as a script, and people
Hmm.
weren't buying into it, so he made it into a book.
Okay. That might be a good way to get some traction behind it. Then you could always get a script later, you know?
Yeah, I think he's getting traction now because it's in either it's number one or it's in the top three
Hmm. Okay.
in the country right now. So it's doing really well.
That's
And then
good.
I saw this book, um, which is
This
This
time.
Time It's Love by Takara Martin.
Mm.
And I thought it was really pretty because TikTok influences me with a lot of these indie authors. So that's how I found out like, oh, this is really pretty. And I've been reading a lot of romance lately. And like the book I'm currently reading is I'm still reading Demon's Dream. Um, and that book is ridiculously long. It's 700 something pages. But I am deep into it. Deep into it. This book is 595 pages.
And it's a romance.
You're like some chunkus.
I don't
Yeah,
get. I
it's
don't
it's it's a
understand.
romance, but I also think it's the way that it was printed.
Okay.
So I think that it's a combination of that. But at the same time, I'm glad that the lettering is not too small because I
Mhm.
wear glasses. I don't need to be as more blind than what I'm already am.
Right. Right.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
nice. I
I'm
like the
sitting
cover.
there thinking about a 600-page romance. Is there like a family saga in that or something fantastical? Like what's 600 pages?
Right.
I don't I don't know, but the author is a survivor of domestic and narcissistic
Wow.
abuse.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking that part of this is, someone is a survivor of that. But she likes to write. Apparently, she likes to write, healthy relationships. So I'm looking forward to it. And the cover got me. I thought it was a beautiful cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how it is it metallic or is that just my filter that I see here?
No, the lettering and the hair is like metallic, and so it's shiny.
Mm.
Mm.
It's shiny. The rest of it is just really pretty, but it's like metallic here, and I said, oh, that is really pretty.
Okay.
I just hope that the content wise, that is just as good, because you can get got by beautiful books and
Yeah.
they not be good.
True.
Hopefully, that's not the case.
Yes.
You can always track down the author. No kidding.
Like, when did this?
Oh, look who we got here. Hello, beautiful sick
Hello.
people. Hey, sweetie. You got mama sick? What happened? At least
Uh-huh.
she honest.
Like, yeah, I did that.
It happens. It happens.
Mhm. It does.
Where was I in the comments here? Oh, I moved my cursor here. Oh my gosh. Okay, Selena likes the blue. Cherie, hello. Making coffee, listening to Arc of Zetas Till We Die by Amber and Danielle Brown. Okay, we got some
Mm.
sororities in the house. Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. Zetas were a big thing where I went to school. It was Zetas and then I was gonna say alphas, the AKAs
Mhm.
was a big deal. My aunt is an AKA. We have a few AKAs in our family. Uh, I didn't do anything. Hey, Brittany. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, Miss Lady? Hold up, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay, here we go. Sunbringer. I have heard Sunbringer. I know it's fantasy. What else about it? I have no idea, but I've heard good things. I know
I
that.
can't
Mhm.
picture the cover. I haven't heard of it, I don't think.
Yeah. I hope you're enjoying it. Enjoying it good. Hey, Mr. Coda. How you doing? Hello, hello,
Hey,
hello.
Coda.
Been up for
Hi,
less than
Coda.
45 minutes and on coffee too.
God
Coda is like
dang.
Coda's like bathing in it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's what you need. Okay. Okay. Just if you start to get a little jittery and bouncing off the wall, then just calm it down a little bit. Other
Mhm.
than that, you're good. Drink some water with it. Sometimes with coffees and teas and stuff, it's not necessarily the caffeine, which that is something for people, but it's also what you put in it, like tea, not tea, like sugars and creams and all that stuff. So you really got to kind of watch out. I like your big
Yeah.
old mug there, Keita. That's a huge one right there.
I painted it.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. We went to the pottery where you paint.
Yeah, like painted treasure. Yeah,
Oh,
Mhm.
man,
I've
that's a
always
big
wanted to go to
one.
one of those. Nice.
I
So
got like an owl when I went with my kind of
she
fun.
did a unicorn, and
Ooh.
her godmother and her girlfriend, they did a like a moon with a girl on it, and there's
Mhm.
like a moon and the stars and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Good
Nice.
decor for your room. You
Mhm.
got
Hmm.
a big mug. So
I
that one you
needed
can
it.
put in the microwave and everything, right? Like you want to do
Yeah.
soups and teas and
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, she was, because I was busy painting my own cup. Hmm.
It's nice to do your own stuff. You can say, I made it.
Oh no, I do. I
Yeah, those
do.
are always fun places. I like that where you can choose what you want. Like
Mhm.
generally is at least the ones that's near me. You go in and they have signs, they have mugs, vases,
Hmm.
ceramics, whatever, but everything's priced. So you use all the paints and everything for free. You
Hmm.
just choose what you
You
want. So you
choose what
already
you
know how
want.
much it is. That's really
Hmm.
cool. And
Yeah.
then you come back a week later after they fire it and
Right.
take it home.
Hmm. Yeah. So I went ahead and picked it up when I had to go to the movies since it was right there. So I said, yeah, I'll pick it up, and yes, I did, because it was for Mother's Day. Yeah, and then mommy's birthday is tomorrow.
Mhm.
Oh, happy early
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you. Mhm. Yes, thank you.
What you gonna do for mommy's birthday?
You gonna leave mommy alone for tomorrow? Mhm.
She like already gave you a birthday present with the string.
Yep. So she'll be with daddy. And then I'm gonna get my rest, because he's like, yeah, it's either nowhere. is either I'm gonna have to call my doctor to let her know, because when it's associated with diabetes, we kind of like can't sit there and like wait this thing out because it's more bacterial
Yeah.
infection. So yeah, I told him I was like, I'm gonna have to call her because now whatever happened yesterday is no longer here today, and now it's turning into something else, and I don't know like if it's gonna get
Oh,
worse or get better. Like it's a lot.
You gotta heat it off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
been a
mean, when
while.
it rains, it pours. At least you know you
Yeah.
have a method in addressing that
Mhm.
type stuff. But you sound
Yeah.
good, so that's at least good. Is she
Right?
feeling
Yeah.
okay? Like
Yeah.
she's over it, huh?
No, she still has it. Like yesterday was bad for her because as I was sleeping, passed out, he was here. And then I woke up and they're in the bathroom because she done threw up. And I'm like, what?
Well,
Like,
it's
and
a
then
sign.
I
Mhm.
said, well, it's hot in here. And I think the heat, he thinks that she overate. And I'm like, no, she didn't overeat because we had soup and stuff all day. Like, so I said, no, it's hot. Like, it's legit hot in here.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
overheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, we had tomato soup and chicken noodle soup. And you had watermelons.
Ooh, I love watermelon season.
Yeah.
Coming
So,
in, coming in.
so
But make sure you
today,
drink plenty of water.
yeah, that's why I
Mhm.
have my tea with lemon and honey, and the Theraflu is in here.
Oh yeah. Thereflu's.com. It heats you all up really good.
Hmm.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Cherie says hi to Adrian. Storm says got a few pages in and made some breakfast. That's good. What you make for breakfast, girl? Saluna chilled. That's spread skincare and head to bed. Yep, Saluna, it should be midnight around your time now, right? Because it was 11 o'clock before. Catch you for a little bit. I thank you very much for coming by. I will definitely see you around BookTube. I try to pop into your sprint when you're sprinting. Coda says good night, Saluna. Coffee sounds good. I could use another cup of tea, that's for sure. I got this new tea. It's a black tea. I got a lot of it too. I normally do decaf tea, but I don't know. I like to have a lighter tea because you know how it's in your cup. So you already see what it does in your cup. You know it's going to do it on your teeth. But then, so I try to drink it fast so it doesn't sit. But also, it's a caffeinated tea, and I tend to do decaf so I can just drink all day. I know tea doesn't have as much caffeine as with coffee, but still, I like to do decaf. But I got a whole bunch of free tea, and I don't like turning free stuff down.
You can send it. You can send it my way.
And it's not even fancy. It just says black tea. But it does
Yeah,
taste good,
I've
though.
had this honey ginger tea that I really like. I got from Amazon. I love it. And
I love
I
some
have
honey
that.
tea.
Especially if I'm not feeling well, I will have that in its loose tea. So I just
Yeah,
put it in there.
I gave her all of the ginger tea, so that's why I'm stuck on regular tea because I had to give her that, and all I hear was, "Mommy, it tastes bad. It tastes so bad," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's gonna make you feel better. So stop complaining."
Mhm. Take
Yeah,
care of that
yeah.
stomach, and it's gonna start breaking up any coughing that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel her on the ginger, but yeah, ginger is good for you when you're feeling bad.
Very
That's
good
one
for
of them
you.
Chinese medicine things that actually does
Mhm.
work. So put it in, put a bunch of honey in it and suck it down.
Mm-hmm.
Only use heavy cream, no sweetener. Yeah, just watch out. I don't know. I'm always cognizant of some calories because I got some thickness at the bottom. So I try to just leave it like with nothing in it. But yeah, I gotta watch out for the creamer. But it makes it so
Also,
good.
also too, cough drops. Like I add cough drops to my tea.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
I've
good
Mhm.
never.
idea. Just drop one in there. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do that too. I'll do that at work. I always have cough drops in my bag, so if my throat's feeling kind of weird. Because I normally drink my tea plain. I'll throw a cough drop, sometimes two in there too.
Yeah.
It soothes your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little
I've
good.
never even heard that. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that next time.
Yeah, that
Oh,
actually works pretty well.
That's because of Wendy Williams.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
I need to watch her documentary. Did y'all see her new two-part? I
No,
know it's
but I heard
older, but
it's like everybody that I've seen that was
it's
reviewing
sad.
it was saying that it's so sad and
yeah,
they
Mhm.
just couldn't get through episode one. They like
Mhm.
was crying and everything
yeah,
because it was just so sad. Like what
Right.
she
yeah.
was going through.
Things happen. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. I hope she not like. I mean, I don't know. I know she's had her demons in the past, but I also know she has some medical issues. So you don't know what stems from what. People were, and then also, she has to have people in her corner. So, yeah,
Right.
it's really sad. Whitney Williams is one of those people that took me a while to appreciate.
Mhm.
Because like I started watching her talk show, and I was like, "Whoa, who's this chick?" And then I was like, "Oh, okay, I can
Mm,
mess with her." She's a brand, not for everybody. You
mhm.
appreciate the
Right.
brand. I think even for those celebrities that talk about her, they're still thankful she talks about them. She gives them that publicity. But
Right.
yeah, it's just really
But she
sad.
was also dangerous because she was talking truth, even if
Yeah.
she was talking in code.
Yep.
Yeah, because even with the Diddy thing,
Oh
Hmm.
my
yeah,
God.
I was
she
about
was
to say that
talking
too.
truth even then.
Have
Hmm.
She
That's
y'all
was talking
y'all
truth
saw that,
then.
right?
I
Still
finally
talking
saw the
now.
video yesterday. 'Cause I put it off. I
It
was
was
like,
it
no.
was all over TikTok. I couldn't avoid it.
And then I didn't know it was on TikTok. I kept seeing people talking about it on Threads, but nobody was linking the video. And then
Oh,
eventually, when
not
I got
threads
down the
yet.
comments, somebody was like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
CNN leaked the video," and then I
Mhm.
watched it.
Sure did.
That's crazy.
My
I
sister
mean,
sent it to me, and I'm like, I don't believe everything in social media because people be making stuff up and it looks good. Like, remember the Met Gala? They had all these celebrities that they put in these beautiful dresses, and they didn't even
And that was
attend.
AI put
Exactly, and they
together.
were
Yeah,
lovely.
created.
So I don't know what to believe anymore.
no,
Like, are
I
y'all even real? I don't even know if y'all are really people.
literally
But yeah, but that was
every
crazy.
like literally everything. I always believed Cassie because Cassie, when I was in New York, you never heard a word come out of this girl's mouth. She
Hmm.
was very quiet,
Hmm.
very quiet. You barely hear it. And every time when she did speak, he would look at her with this dead stare, like, I dare you to say something. I dare
Hmm.
you to say something out of pocket. And so this here is exactly of what she said in the lawsuit. It's exactly of what she said in that lawsuit. I believe
Hmm.
everything that she has said in that lawsuit.
Well, he apparently paid her off back in the day. I don't know who released this now because it's already been settled. It's
Mhm.
just that this is just now coming out because this was
Well,
what
just
2017.
right, 16. But just think about it. In order for this lawsuit to even happen, like for it to be concrete,
Mhm.
she has to submit these evidence.
Right.
So
Hmm.
she had this on her. Like you have to submit what you know. You can't
Mhm.
just go in and start saying, "Oh, this happened, this happened, and this happened." You're talking to lawyers and judges that have to sit there and prosecute, to the fullest extent of what is on those papers. So she does have the evidence.
Hmm.
I think it's just her team is just like throwing it out because all of the videos and stuff now is out of the statute of limitations. So it does
Yeah,
nothing for him.
But
But
didn't
because
she
because
already?
even
Go ahead.
California, the LA county office put out. It might have been Threads because I don't have Threads. I still have Twitter or X, whatever they call themselves. But they actually put out a statement saying that it's past the statute of limitations and explained
mhm.
it.
Mm.
I
Again,
thought it was
TikTok
already
showed
settled
me that.
though. But
No, it is settled. Like he's settled within the 24 hours. Okay.
Hmm.
It's
But that was
just
a civil suit.
now
That was a
that's
civil
a
suit.
yeah,
civil suit. So
okay.
Hmm.
now it's okay, y'all still didn't want to believe her. She said all of this. And it's
Hmm.
different when you are reading as opposed to looking at what
Hmm.
Oh,
has taken place. So now,
Hmm.
with, and I believe that part of the reason why they went ahead and decided to put this out is because his son went ahead and made a diss track to
Sure
50 Cent.
did.
And then he goes ahead and implicates himself saying that, oh, y'all raided the wrong house. The house is next door. What?
People just trying to come up off of any and everything. You need a diss track for him, like whipping. That makes no sense. So she's trying to. So she got a civil suit out of him back in the day, and then now she's trying to file criminal charges. I guess to
No,
tack
no,
on all
You
other
can't do
stuff.
criminal charges.
the civil suit happened last year. It
Mhm.
happened within the adult
The
sex
window,
act
yeah.
and the child sex.
Oh, I thought this was way before. I'm
No,
always
No.
behind. I thought she had
It
passed
happened
like
in like November, like in
Yeah.
November.
And
Yeah.
I know all of it was validated because I read this little article that talked about like at the time of it, you had like security staff and stuff that said they saw the video at the time and like protected her because she was going to go back and apologize because she was like, it'll be worse if I don't, you know? And they were like, oh, heck no, you know? Girl,
Yeah,
that was
somebody
bad.
like that.
Yeah, the new parent company of the hotel said that they no longer are that hotel is no longer under them, and they do not have a copy of and did not know anything about the video.
Maybe the new company. I did hear something about that, but the old company do,
Mhm.
and they still have it. It's just sadness, y'all. I just
Well, he paid them $50,000. I'm like, I hope it was worth it. I said because you
Right.
could have saved her long
The
time
fact
ago.
that
you better not wait more than that.
All you had to do was release it to TMZ or something like that, and gotten more than $50,000 if it was about money.
I'm
You were
surprised they
about
settled
greed.
for something so quickly like that. He must have had some
Mhm.
real big influence. I wonder how much she got though. It better not have been no 50. It better have been in the millions. That was just crazy.
No,
I
she
thought,
definitely got more than that. She definitely got
yeah.
more than that.
I thought the Kiki Palmer thing was bad, but these people, I'm telling you, you see the monster people are when you see it on camera. Remember that Rice guy? I forgot his first name. The
Jerry Rice,
basketball or baseball, not baseball, football
football,
player, right?
Jerry
Yeah.
Rice. Mhm.
Yeah, that was crazy when he in the elevator. Oh, y'all. Mm-mm-mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but no,
When he
this
was
one
good.
here took a whole nother level because she even called. You see her, she's calling the hotel security, and they, clearly she's
Yeah,
trying to get away, and he goes ahead and throw vases at her.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Money don't
But
fix everything, but
the
darn, if I can't get
NFL
any
has
other
has a huge
repercussions, you need to
problem
pay.
because when that came out, the NFL, the people was like, the NFL, this is just one of many cases within the
Yeah,
NFL, and I'm like, y'all got a huge problem.
I can believe it. They condone it, and then they
Not
still let them
okay.
play.
Yeah.
Yep. They still
Mhm.
let them play.
Not okay.
Yeah. That's
There's no
that's just like those. To me, it reminds me of like kind of like those police
Yeah.
officers that do bad things. They sweep it under the rug, like they
Mhm.
wait till it's out of the public eye, and then they just
Yep.
go and hire them back or let them out of jail.
Mhm.
It's like,
Oh,
is there really any repercussions when you have some sort of power? It's like when you have money or when you provide a service that people want to believe in, like football. Okay, you're a horrible person, but because you are a good quarterback or you can run or whatever, we're just gonna sweep it under the rug. Yeah, let that be you and me. Canceled all the way, right?
you should see
Mhm.
the New York police. Oh man, they're very vicious. Oh, they try. They're
Girl.
very vicious. I'm surprised the amount of level of stuff that they literally can get away with, but I was like, oh no, 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 no. They tried to do that with my ex when we was together. And
Keep talking. I gotta go to the bathroom.
yeah, and they so what happened was they were doing sweeps.
Mhm.
So they sweep up people at a certain time off the street, and he was standing in front of his friend's house, and the New York knocks, the narcotic guys,
Mhm.
they went ahead and lured him off the corner, and then they went ahead and decided to go ahead and beat him up, like gang up on him and beat him up.
Oh my God.
So they took him in, and I got the call around like maybe like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. And so his sister was telling me what happened. I said, you have to tell me exactly what happened, like literally word for word, what happened. And so once I heard about it, me and my mom went to the station because the station was like right down the block from us. The guy that the arrested officer that was there, he goes ahead and say, yeah, well, he beat me up and blah 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 blah. And I was like, sir, you don't even have like one scratch on you. Now at the time, mind you, cell phones wasn't really a thing. Okay, so I had the flip phone, and his best friend, the one that he was at the house with, and I was like, you think I should just take a picture? And then he say, yeah, can you do it without taking a flash? And I was like, I don't know, like, let's just see if this works. So I snapped a picture of the guy, and he didn't know that I took a picture of him. So he didn't let me see him. He was in the they took him, to for the arraignment and all that other stuff. Next thing I know, his mom went ahead and got a lawyer. She told us where to go, went to the lawyer, talked to the guy, and then the lawyer was like, man, this would be a clear cut case if we had like evidence of like a photo or something. And I was like, well, I took a picture of the guy. And then he was like, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did.
Now that you mention it.
Guy, he's like the same guy that went ahead and beat him up. And I said, yeah. And then he was like, all right, you have to show this to me. So I showed it to him, and he was like, we're gonna win the case. We're gonna win the case. So ended up doing a civil suit. I was the witness, and at that time, by the time we got to the court for this case, I had a whole new phone, but we were able to retrieve the picture off of the old phone. So the cop that
the cloud is a wonderful thing.
Okay, so came in. I, said my testimony and everything. The guy, the DA for the cop, he was asking me questions, and I thought he was like, "Oh, so did you change your phone because you had a high resolution?" I was like, "Sir, I am a huge Met fan. I don't care about no damn phone. I saw it because it was a beautiful cover. It had a beautiful color. It represented the Mets, and we called it a day." Okay. And after that, the judge, he started laughing, and then he was like, that's all we needed to know. And then so he leaves, the arresting officer, he comes in, and so we was just sitting there. Man, no more than like 3 minutes later, he comes out and gave me the the murderous look, because he didn't know that I took the picture.
He's like, darn.
Yeah. So then the judge had asked me to come back in, and I was like, wait, I thought I was done. And he was like, nah, I think he just wants to talk to you. So I come back in, and he was like, looked at my boyfriend at the time, and then he's like, you have a smart woman, you need to keep her. And then I said, well, that's up to him. That's up to him. Okay. So after that, he won. And then the money took about like maybe 2-3 years for it to come. Yeah, so long. By that time, we were already broken up. And then one day he comes to my door and was like, here's the money. And that was it.
Hey, at least he recognized, okay? I like people that pay their debts whether we together or not.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's so sad these days, though, that's why people pull out cell phones and stuff when people are getting arrested or whatever. It feel like that's like the only way really to kind of get justice. It's like you do more of a service of not physically helping somebody by just recording. And that's so sad. But
but that's the life that we live in now.
True. That is true. Okay, well, Per said you have a little adorable chickie down there. Hi, Nicole. Hello. She says hi to everybody.
Nicole was on all day yesterday. She was on from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. her time.
I know.
Yes, she was. I was like, girl, I was asleep for some of that. Yesterday was my sleep day. I was like, nope.
I was literally in and out, and then I wound up having to go to work, and then I just popped completely out.
I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all were on earlier when I told my spill of like some girl called out of work, so I had to go.
I heard that one.
Yeah, I heard. I wanted to pop up beside her head for you.
I know. It's always the same girl too. They're not gonna be happy when I drop my resignation papers. It just takes. I'm one of them people to where I will take, and then one day something just clicks, and I'm like, I'm out. That's what happened with my other job. I was like, I'm out. Somebody just pissed me off one too many times. So, but it was okay day. So, Cherie says hello to Nicole. Nicole says daughter's beautiful, precious child. Mommy needs some me time.
Thank
And
you.
sometimes that's the best gift you can give somebody is just leave me alone. Like I worked for Mother's Day, and so I was talking to my coworkers, and they were like, I was like, "What do you want your kids to do or your husband to do?" They were like, "Just when I get home, the house not be dirty, and I don't have to do nothing, and just leave me alone." I was like, "I can relate. I understand."
Simple thing.
I was about to say, very simple.
Yeah.
Cole's is notes.
Because I don't think they really understand, like, even just like now I gotta clean up the kitchen and gotta clean up the room and all that other stuff. And sometimes you just wanna, I don't want to be bothered with all of this stuff today. Like yesterday with my throat killing me, I still had to cook just to get the food for that.
Girl, I had COVID and I was cooking for folks with a mask on my face.
Right.
We ain't got no kids in this house. Why am I cooking?
Right. So, if I don't cook, then ain't nobody gonna be eating, So I gotta make sure that, that everything is good, and plus he's doing all this overtime, so I gotta do it, do it
You're
for
the glue that holds the family together.
Literally. Yeah.
It's like nobody else knows where anything's at. They have to go through you. My husband will be like, "Oh," and I'll complain about something. No, well, why are you always stressing? Don't worry about this stuff. Okay. You don't need to worry about it. I'll take care of it. And then next thing you know, he'll pick it up. He'll be like, "Where does this go?" I didn't need to. Like he would run his neck, but then the next instant ask me about where something is or where something go. But I thought I didn't need to input, and you wonder why I'm stressed. We're not the only ones that live here. Like I'm just utterly annoyed half the time. Like we're trying to get the house together, preparing for potential move, and just declutter in general. And it's just like most of the crap, like with our home, I call him a hoarder because it's like he hoards things. He goes on these OCD things where he buys a lot of stuff and it goes from one thing to another, but you don't need any of it. It's wasteful. Like I can't tell you how much clothes we recently just donated. Like it was like 6 bags of like brand name shirts. I'm like, did you wear any of this? Just crazy stuff. But it's like, somebody's getting some really lovely shirts. You got an XL or XXL because he can't even fit the stuff anymore. So that's another reason to donate. But I'm like, you didn't even wear this stuff. Some of it still had price tags. And I'm like, that's our money. but it's like, but the time that he takes and the stuff, because he doesn't really like to do much. So when you get him to do stuff, it's a limited time. But he's going through his stuff. It's not our stuff as a house. It's his things. So I'm going through my things and our things, and his is just his stuff. That's a lot of work for one person. Because it's like, it's just stressful. But then I have to help him with his things too, because otherwise he's not going to do it. But then he's like, I don't need you to tell me what to do. I can do it. Why are you always stressing? I can do it. I do stuff. I do stuff while you're at work. I do stuff when I come home, and it's like, well, I was waiting on you. I'm just like, I can't do it.
Oh, no, it's not a kid.
It's just like,
it's the same. He'd be like, no, I was waiting on you. Where were you? And I'm like, no,
don't put this on me.
I don't need to be involved in this. Like, I don't overbuy stuff. Like, I don't even wear what I have, so I don't buy anything extra. And I declutter my stuff a few times a year. Anytime I'm about to go on a trip, I go through almost all of my clothes, especially when I'm about to go home and visit my family in Texas. I go through all my clothes because we got girls. I grew up with hand-me-downs. Okay. Now I have nothing else to hand me down anymore because I have decluttered so much. But I don't really have a bunch of stuff that I buy. Right. I've gone to the mall with him plenty of times, like back when we were first dating and all, plenty of times. You know what I buy? Food at the food court.
Me too.
But he spent $300 on clothes. You do a lot of trips like that, and you're like, darn, that's why your closet full. Like he has in our bedroom, we each have like our own little mini closet, if you will. his closet his closet's full. Plus, I'm in a spare bedroom with a bigger closet, and this closet also has all of his stuff in it too. He hasn't even been through this one. I don't even want to. I don't even want to bring it up anymore. I'm just like, look, just don't worry about it. Just take
I
this.
mean, can you just, will it cause an argument if you just get rid of everything in that closet without,
Yes.
so it will? Oh.
Yeah, because it's like is suits, which he don't even wear suits since he works from home, and then he has like jerseys, like he likes expensive stuff. Like I'm
Mhm.
not an expensive girl. Like I'm a Ross, TJ Maxx. I bought a
Mhm.
cute little clearance thing at Walmart the other day. I just need to look cute. It don't need to be brand
Right. It'll
name,
be
okay?
name. Right. Right.
Because
Yeah,
I'm not
Ross,
bringing it to the
TJ
cleaner,
Maxx.
so probably the washer's going to destroy it in 2 or 3 washes. But I got tons of compliments on it.
Uh-huh.
He likes brand stuff. Like he's toned it down since I met him, but still, like he has like a lot of like what they call them, like specialty throwback jersey craziness. That's what I'm looking. I'm literally the door's open and it's freaking me out. Why is the door open? We were talking about earlier, but
Right.
it's like I'm literally seeing probably at least 20 jerseys right there.
Wow.
And then I have all these. You know how you go through the mall and they have those suit places that have like buy 2 suits get one free type
Mhm.
thing. So we used to do that a lot. Back when I first met him, he would wear suits to work, and he bought all this stuff. So I see a lot of those suits here. He probably can't even fit anymore because he lost a lot of weight. But
Right.
I remember the week before they decided to go to casual business wear, he had just bought like 4 suits.
Mhm.
Then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, we're
Well,
business casual."
mhm.
So, and that was years ago. But now he wears sweatpants and a t-shirt in the living room, so he definitely don't.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like,
Well, I
that's
mean, I mean, everything that you're saying, it sounds like you can easily like get rid of stuff that you know for sure he can't fit, because he's not gonna miss. I mean, I would miss it if you know I can't fit it. Then why are we keeping it in the house? It's just taking up space.
It's different for men. Trust me,
mm,
it's
My
different.
mm.
man's not like that. My
No,
husband.
it's different
He'll
for
be like, "That's
men.
a $300
Right.
jersey. It didn't fit when he bought it, but
It's
it was
it's
a throwback."
right. No, it's different for men who likes name brand stuff because it's the same for him. Like he
Mm.
likes sneakers a lot. So I'm like Courtney. I could stare at those damn boxes of sneakers all day, but they ain't going nowhere.
Yep. That's
Okay.
why I was like, we don't have anybody in this spare room. So I had him just put it in this room. I can't
Mhm.
remember the last time he wore something out this closet.
But what I can say is that he doesn't buy as how he was before. Like when
Mm.
he met me, it toned down, and obviously when we had her, definitely toned down because he's working all the time. So it's like, why?
Mhm.
His thing is, why
Yeah.
am I buying that? I have nowhere to go because
Yeah.
I'm working, and she needs the stuff
Yeah.
more than he does. So that's how he views it as. So
Mhm.
he's toned down a lot. Like we stick with what we have, but I don't mind shopping at some Ross and some Old Navy and some TJ Maxx and stuff like that. Like it do not bother me, not one way or the other.
And
Like
you can get a lot more stuff.
you get a whole lot. Like we
Yep.
just went into Ross and bought like a whole bunch of stuff. Like, come on now. Like, just deal with what's in there. Keep it cheap. Keep it simple. We're not going anywhere fancy, and all of that. And I think it's also different because it's for men. To them it looks cheap on them if it's being bought cheap. That's what they see. So how they see it in the mirror is if they
I
buy
think
something cheap
me and my
and you
husband are
keep
too
it
much
going,
alike. I think we
they're
don't do
gonna
that.
they're gonna feel like, okay, this person is gonna judge me for what I look like. So I have to buy something expensive so I look good. It makes them look good and feel good. But for us women, we could get away with a whole lot. You wouldn't even
I think it's a matter of preference. I think my husband was just
Right.
bored with disposable income. But since we got married, it's
Well,
not,
give
he
it to
don't do that
me.
as much anymore. I'd be like, no, I don't know. I forbid him to go to the store without me. So every once in a while, he'll make like a big purchase. Like he'll be like, "Oh, can I have this?" Like every few years, we have the TV conversation. Oh, can I spend three
What?
grand on the TV? I'm like, what are you
What's wrong with the
selling?
one you already got?
Huh?
There's nothing wrong with
Is
the
the
one you already
TV
got, right?
walking?
Yeah, exactly. That's my
I
thing.
mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
the
everybody has
TVs,
their
we have
thing.
not
I
had
don't
anything
understand
great,
it.
and he wants to buy another one. I'm looking at the TV on the floor right now. It's not the big boob tube, but you know when they first started doing flat screen TVs, they're a little bit thicker.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing's wrong with the TV. It's sitting on the floor now. It's like, what are we doing with it? He was like, oh, nobody's going to buy that. We might as well throw it away. It's a working TV. I refuse
Right.
to throw this TV away and just put it on the trash pile. I don't care if you sell it for $25. Somebody
Right.
needs to
Somebody
buy
else.
this, but it's sitting here.
Mm.
We had a yard sale and he didn't even bring it out. So I'm like, what are we doing? Like, well, we just,
That was a
we
lost
have, we have
opportunity.
we have more TVs in this home than we have people. I don't even really watch TV except for with him.
Hmm.
The TV in the front room, I used to hook my Kindle up to it so that I could no, the old computer I had so that I could work out using it. But then the computer broke and I can't figure out how to hook the Kindle what up to it. But it's like, but it doesn't even get used. But it's just, I'm not a big fan of waste. I've always been a conservationist to a certain extent. A lot of the vanity, quote unquote, vanity things I have, I got for free. Now I will take advantage of some free stuff, but you want me to spend some money on stuff? It's probably food.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about survival. I don't be thinking about like stuff. So when I'm hearing you all have these conversations about just multiple of things that you can't fit anymore, things that you haven't touched in over a year or for years, it
Yep,
sounds like a waste of space.
I agree.
So that's why I'm like, what? And then my husband, he usually listens to what I say for the most part. Not even listen. Like yesterday, he asked why he shouldn't go on ahead and buy another speaker. So I had to put into perspective. I said, what are you going to be using a speaker for? You're just going to buy it so you can go to Nigeria and play music for 5 days. A 5 day purchase. When you bring it back home, we're not going to be using it. So what's the point? Just keep your money in your pocket. So I have to like talk him through it to understand the money can go somewhere else. We don't need that.
You can leave it to them to use.
But the children are coming here. So what's the point?
Oh,
Like,
what about the other family? No, I'm
but
just
that's the thing.
throwing out some stuff, but yeah,
Right,
I
no, but
agree.
he does that sometimes. He'll buy stuff and then he'll go and buy a whole bunch of clothes before he leaves here. And then he comes back and doesn't bring back any of those clothes. So it's like, what's the point of you buying all those clothes? Oh, well, I wore them when I was there, but I didn't feel like bringing them back, so I just let them keep them. And I'm like, you know
But
what?
it's
It's fine. It's not
probably
coming
to
out of my
help out
pocket.
family
It's
too, because
probably to give it to the family.
They
yeah,
have
because I have
clothes,
a
y'all.
friend
They
that
have clothes.
I had a friend that her husband would go to Nigeria and he would buy a car because he would need a car while he's traveling around because I
Right.
guess family, I don't know what's wrong with the family, but he would need a car. He would buy a car there because it was cheap and leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
He would go down for 3 weeks. I'm like, who buys a car for 3 weeks and leaves it there? But
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, but I agree with you. I'm here with you on why do you need to buy this when you already have this? Like,
Weird.
I've never
It's
been
just
that
weird.
person that spent a lot of money. Like, I would rather save money, take a trip,
Mhm.
whatever. I
Right.
don't need to have 20 of something.
No.
That's not somebody that I married. Like, I married somebody that is very much into that American consumerism, and we butt heads quite a lot with that. And
Yeah.
it bothers me because I don't like waste. That's another thing. I'm not a fan of spending money and then wasting it. Buying something you're dissatisfied with it, and then you just don't use it and just sit there. Like, I
Mm.
remember he bought me this little thing, right? It was like, I don't know, some sort of bracelet that's supposed to work with your vagal instincts or whatever and cool you off because, I sweat a lot. And
Right.
I have other underlying issues, so it didn't work, right? It was $200. Now, I appreciated the sentiment. Yes, I appreciated the sentiment, but I was like, this isn't going to work. I gave it a shot. I knew immediately it was not going to be the issue because he didn't listen when I was talking before about what was going on. But I was like, okay, I gave it a week. I was like, look, this isn't working. Okay, can you return this and get money back, right? But he was like, oh yeah, I'll do it, but it'll sit there. Like he'll say, okay, I'll do this, I'll do this. But really it's the idea of now he has to go for the effort and go put it back to the go to the post office and return it and get the whole receipt returned or whatever thing. I'm like, I hounded him like 5 different times. I'm like, have you returned that? You're going to get that $200 back. I refuse to have something that you spent $200 on just sit here going to waste. That is a waste. But it's the same thing with food. Like his mom, he'll get food from his mom, knowing he's not going to eat it, and have it sit in the fridge, and it'll go bad. Or he'll be like, I'll be like, hey babe, are you going to eat this? And I'm like, are you going to eat this? Because if not, I'll take it to work or whatever. Oh yeah, I'm eating it. And then next thing you know, it has mold on it because he didn't touch it. Like I could have done something with that. I hate that. That girl.
I'm laughing because I know me, my personality type. I think I will leave the house and not come back for a couple of days.
Yeah, and then I'm the bad person because I'm hounded. He'll call me a ball breaker at times. I'm like, really?
What's the point? I don't understand why he does that though. Like,
I don't know. It's laziness. I hate it. I'm not that person.
He don't want to tell his mama no. So that's why he takes the food anyway. But it's like, you're not going to eat it.
Yeah, but then say no. Like she keeps trying to give us bread. She hasn't done it recently, but she used to always try to give us bread. I don't eat bread.
Same.
And then he would have to sit and have it go bad. And so what I started doing was, because I would say no, and then her face would drop. I don't care if her face drops because I said no. I said no, I don't want the bread. She doesn't want it, so she gives it to us because it's like, you have people that don't want to get rid of things in their house, so they give it to you, to your house, and now you got to deal with it.
Don't give me your
trash. Don't do that to me. Like they brought some chairs to my house once, some mixed match chairs. Why do I want these mismatched outdoor chairs? Because they want to throw them away. They sat on my deck and rotted, and then I threw them on the trash pile. I can't.
It's the thought.
So I started freezing the bread. I was like, babe, you gonna eat the bread.
I don't think it's the thought that counted. She's trying to just shove things that she don't want to them. Like that don't make any sense.
I don't know. I tell people no all the time. No.
That's my perception. See, that's the thing. I don't have a problem saying no.
No was a complete sentence.
Amen.
It is. But you have to learn it. I think boys, it takes a minute to stand up to their mama to say it. Girls, we learned that like in high school, college.
No, I learned that when I was a kid.
See, there you go. Well, we learned that though. It's like, and then you learn it, but then you have to teach your mama to learn it too. Right? Accepting that and go, because remember I was telling you, me and mama were having some, we mama's mama. I gave her 3 weeks.
Get it. It hurts.
Let us do it now.
It never hurts my feelings, and I feel no way.
Yeah, it don't hurt mine either. But I know it hurts her feelings because she was like, "Okay, Julissa, okay, I get it. You said no. You said no," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. No,
right?
I don't have the space."
It's just like how when Courtney said that she made the food for him, like even over the weekend, like his mom went ahead and made the fish. But I was like, that ain't for me. I ain't eating it. That's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then she was like, do you want some? No.
Just like when we're at the house, you know how you're at the house and you have a dinner, and then sometimes she'll be like, hey, you want to pack up some food, whatever. I'd be like, no, but I'll ask him if he wants it. Like, I'll say that. Well, no, I don't want any, but I'll see if he wants some. And then he'll look at me, he'd be like, well, because he has a hard time making decisions, right? That's why we women make decisions in the house, because men will be like, it's like, I don't have time for you to sit here and think for 30 seconds about something simple.
Right.
But then he's like, well, do you want some? No, I told her no, but I'm asking you. Like,
right.
I'm not being rude.
Yes or no question, sir. Don't make it more complicated.
Yeah, but I mean, so sometimes I'll be like, just give us a little bit and just call it a day. Like, I'm okay with humoring her, but I'm gonna make sure he eats it. But I hate that I have to hound because I don't want things to go to waste. I hate that things go to waste. And sometimes when it's 2 people, things do, like produce sometimes goes bad, and that bugs me. So it's like I try to stay on top, but I just overall, he likes things. I don't like things like that. And I just don't like things going to waste, especially when you spend money on things. Like with us, we have a huge yard. We moved here. He had all these things about he was going to take care of the yard. It didn't happen, but he kept buying lawn equipment in the process. So now we have a
Oh, that stuff
garage
is not
lawn
cheap.
equipment.
Lawn equipment. Oh my god.
Yeah, and but the yard looks girl, you don't even we're trying to
Y'all
figure out
do
what
better just getting a lawn care person.
okay. So my compromise when we moved here, because it's a big yard, right? So my compromise when he was talking about buying a $1,500 riding lawnmower, I was like, stop, bro. Let's find. So we got a lawn service to cut. I was like, how about this? We get a lawn service to cut, and then we'll do everything else. Cool. But there's the fruition of getting out there now is, oh, it's hot. I don't want to do this. I did this when I was in college.
It's maybe not time. Maybe when he gets a little bit older, he'll embrace it. I feel like eventually everybody becomes an outdoor person.
No, with him, it's the whole thing of we've been to 3 houses and it's the same thing. It took him a few years, and now his complaint is, I did this when I was in school. I'm burnt out. I'm like, okay, you did this like 2 semesters for extra money in the summer. But I'm not gonna sit there and argue with a grown man. I just don't like being dragged through certain things, and then we're responsible for it, and now we have to fork over money when you said you were going to do it. That's my thing.
Right.
All through with that. And if you're not, then find a reasonable way to get it taken care of if we got to pay somebody. But I think with him it's more of just a hands off. If he doesn't want to touch anything, well, that's not an option. You have to do something. If you're not going to do it, then find somebody who will. But if it's too much, even just to go find I can't be sitting there at work calling lawn care people, calling roof people, calling other maintenance people, cooking. Girl, we'll talk all day.
It's a lot.
That's my marital woes of trying to motivate somebody to do something. That's why I want to sell this house and not be responsible for it anymore, because it's going to be a money pit, and it's a lot of effort, and I can't do it all, and I don't want to do it all. I shouldn't have to do it all. For one, there's a lot of boasting about how he chose this house. He tells everybody about it. But then we get home, it's like, what are you going to do with it? You keep boasting about how you chose this house and all this other stuff, but then you come home and you're like, oh, you want to take care of it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, if you get a house, you got to take care of it.
Yeah, so we just need something smaller without a bunch of maintenance.
Downsize.
Oh my God.
I second that. Crushed black pepper and turmeric is good. It don't taste the best, but it does work.
They sell little capsules too. I have some with some capsules that you can take. I could bring myself to watch the doc.
Wendy
capsule.
Yeah, the clips and the trailer was enough for me. I saw the one with what's the girl's name? Angela? Black China. I don't know her actual name. I think it's Angela.
Yeah.
I saw that, and that was enough.
What happened?
Well, she was talking with Wendy Williams. And
okay.
I didn't know they were close like that. There was a clip.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were that close.
I did see that, and she gave her a hug. Yeah. I just hate to see her like that. It sucks it sucks what age and what health stuff does to people. I feel like there should be in modern medicine, there has to be something in between,
Right.
But it happens to all of us in one fashion or another. It's just
happens so quick.
Enjoy your life while you can, y'all. Okay, Wendy enjoyed her life. So,
well, even when you've watched some things on Bruce Willis lately, it's really sad.
He's another one.
Yes, that's sad.
Really sad.
Yep. Today is my sleep day.
Hey man, I know that's right.
Day of rest.
Yeah. I need to get some sleep too, but I'm actually kind of awake. I may try to push through it. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm definitely going to bed early. Like I'm getting in bed by 9. So y'all, if I just disappear, you already know where I'm at. Okay. I dream of resigning.
Mm.
I want to resign. I want to take like a break from life every now and
Yeah.
moving for Courtney or just different house. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I would want to move to another state. I want to move down south. In an ideal world, I want to go to Texas. That's not going to happen. So we're looking at the East Coast. I know, right?
No, because this is my mama the other day. I don't know who we were talking about. What day was it? It don't matter. She was like, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if we met Courtney. And I was like, yeah, but she don't live here. And she's like, is she from Texas? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, if she come visit, we can go and see her. I was like, Mama, let's just, one day at a time. Let's not rush.
Next time I go to Texas, I'll look y'all up. But I don't know when I'm going next. Right now, we're kind of concentrating on the move. Normally, I go to Texas once a year, but I don't think it's going to happen this year because we're going to spend all our money trying to move somewhere. We're preparing.
You don't live near Houston, do you? Because that was scary. The tornado was very scary.
Oh,
yeah, I live in Houston. That tornado was scary. Mm-hmm. I was leaving work, and it was just like little drops, right? Regular rain. Then all of a sudden, when I'm driving, you can hear the wind outside my car, and then the car started shaking like this, and then like water was coming down, and then I couldn't see anything, and then all these cars stopped. So I had to drive maybe, I want to say between 10 and 15 miles an hour just to get home. But I was nervous because my car kept moving. I ain't never felt nothing like that before, and you can see like the circle happening. What? Like, it's weird. It's like these mini tornadoes happening, but it's like the circle is this way. It's not this way, but it's like that. And then it was a lot. I was scared.
You gotta go find an underpass or a parking garage, girl.
I was trying to get to the parking garage, and at one point I started panicking because it didn't seem like the remote was working. So I was like, oh shoot, like the electricity is a power out. But no, our power was on the entire time. It's just there are people still now today that don't have power, and then some people have power but no water. Yeah, so and it happened quick. I think it lasted maybe 2 hours. It was only 2 hours that the storm was happening. I ain't never experienced something like this before. At least with the other storms, it took a couple of hours before it got bad. It was like boom, boom, boom. So,
all the videos I've been seeing on on social media, I'm like, oh, that's very scary. But I know, I've never seen a tornado in person, but I know it can happen just that fast.
It's bad. And my sister's friend sent a video of her in her car. She was sitting in her car, I think at a store or something, and then all of a sudden you see that circle coming and happening again. She had to back up because the top of the roof part, I think it's like I don't know what you call it, like the overhead, almost like you're sitting on a porch, it started to collapse and coming down. So she didn't move in time. Her car would have been smashed underneath it. Ooh. And then my other friend sent me a picture of his building where he works at, or where his husband works at. It's a high-rise building. There are several windows that are shattered. I didn't know it was that bad. So when I woke up that morning on Friday and they were sending me all these pictures and videos, I'm like, shit, let me go and check my car. Because I didn't check to see if, any windows were popped out. Because the house is fine. Amen. Knock on wood. But everything else, there was stuff all in the streets and stuff. We're still trying to recover. It's not too bad because I work with recovery stuff where I work at. But I know there's going to be damage somewhere. And we're going to still be recovering from damage from this and then previous storms as well. And it's not even summer yet, y'all. Like,
that's the scary part is that I'm like this, and you all are not the only place that has had tornadoes recently. It's been Michigan, it's been Ohio, it's been some other places. I'm like, it's not even June yet.
Yeah. And then Florida said it's getting really hot. I think yesterday somebody in Nicole Sprint said that it's 109 degrees already where they are. In Florida.
Damn.
Florida?
Yes.
Dang, I was considering moving there, but I went to visit. I'm like, I'm good.
No,
it ain't even the heat, it's the politics, but still, that adds to it.
That too, yes.
The politics in Texas too, because I'm like, I'm a native New Yorker, but I don't want to live here the rest of my life. But I don't want to live in a red state. I don't want to live in a red state.
I feel like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
like, where can I go? I don't know.
Yeah,
that part. The storm, I wonder why am I still living here? Because I've been through several storms.
Yeah,
how do I move?
That's because you have no state income tax and things are cheap and the food is the bomb.com.
Yeah, and my family is here. Need to be
And the
close.
weather's nice and warm.
Mhm.
Winter
Yeah,
is a
this-
cold
yeah, you're right.
front.
The storms come and go, so it'll
Yeah,
be
that's true. That's true. Keep some good insurance and keep it moving, girl.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't know if everybody knows this, but like, even if you wanted to purchase flood insurance, they don't give it to everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy to me because it's like, okay, I live in an area, and you know that it floods here. And they're like, oh well, you where you live at, it's a you experience 100-year flood, so you only get a flood every 100 years, so you don't need the flood insurance. And
Are
then
you
You don't
God
need
now?
it, but
I'm like,
if
are
you
y'all
want
God
to pay
now?
for it, they'll sell it to you.
that's the way they put it. That happened to my coworker. She said that she couldn't purchase flood insurance because they kept saying where she lives, there's 100-year flood. So that means that you won't see one in the time that you're living there. But that year, she had it. It
That
flooded
was
so
your
much,
100 year.
her house was submerged in water. She had to be on top of the roof. That's
Mm.
how much
Oh my
water was there.
God.
Because I think where she lives at is like it's a slope. It goes down. So of course it's
Yeah.
almost like, a little bit like the New Orleans with the bowl kind of thing going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
The water it sits. So yeah, it's like these insurance companies they don't take us seriously. I have a cousin who had to redo her house 3 times because of floods.
No.
And no flood insurance because 100-year flood. What the heck? We live in Houston. It always floods.
Hey, there's some people that will insure you. You might pay a whole lot for it, but you can force people
Right.
to insure you. But in Florida, there's like a big insurance because crisis because a lot of the big companies because they pay out.
Left.
Florida and Texas are the two states, from my understanding, that dictate what everybody else in the U.S. pays for insurance because they're the two states that get the most natural disasters
Ooh.
that drive insurance rates up. But in Florida, since they get hit so much, a lot of the big companies are just pulling out. So people are paying a whole lot more when it comes to insurance. Like I've heard of some people's insurance that have like tripled. And then you'll have insurance companies that dictate what you need to do in order for them to insure you. Like they want you to redo your roof like every 3 to 4 years. And I'm like, really? What happened to 20 or 10? But every 3 to 4 years, otherwise they drop you or your rates increase and stuff. So it's some crazy stuff, girl. And Florida ain't as cheap as it used to be. I was shocked. I was shocked at the sticker price of we were looking at Orlando of how expensive it is to stay out there. I was like, man, what happened to the South being cheap? It ain't that much. Crazy girls. Crazy. All right, let's get to some of these. Oh my gosh. My friend keeps messaging me.
You are
You got a new
popular.
tattoo. Huh?
I said you are popular.
Nah, it's these two friends. One got a tattoo. She wants to get a sleeve, and I guess she's talking about it. I've been out of the loop for the last. I've been busy this whole week with stuff, and then we're work yesterday. So they're communicating amongst themselves and add me in the mix. I appreciate it, but not really. All right, Storm says sandwiches come in handy. All the fixing your family likes. Yep. Sandwich, Kool-Aid, and a bag of chips. That's dinner right
I was
there.
gonna say chicken nuggets earlier. Like if you don't like, I don't know if your husband eat chicken nuggets. Mine does. That's what I put in the air fryer if I don't feel like cooking.
Air fryer is the bomb.com, girl. I
Just
swear
put
by
10
it.
little chicken nuggets in there. It'd be hot by the time he get home. I ain't gotta be bothered.
We went to Walmart yesterday and they had pot pies on sale. It was like $1.9. Hey, get this. It was like $119 for the chicken, but the beef and the turkey was $1.
Is it those banquet ones that
Yeah.
come in the box? They used to be like 99 cents. I didn't know.
Yeah, everything's going up, but $1.25 Tree have them for $1.25, which is what my husband was buying them from. But when we went to Walmart, I was like, let's pick up these. But I picked up the chicken because I thought that was all there were. And then I walked 2 feet, and not even 2 feet, one. And there's the beef and the turkey for a solid $1. Girl, I went ahead and put that chicken back. I was like, I can save a few cents, you know.
It's more expensive. I haven't had those in a while.
Yeah, well,
I
cook, but my husband acts like I don't. He been buying all sorts of processed stuff lately. I'm like, oh well, go right ahead. You want 8 pot pies? Pick them up. They're $1. Save me from cooking, okay? Hey, Kiana, how are you doing, lady?
She
Yeah.
was with the dance competition.
Oh, yeah. Keep her busy, huh? Everybody says hello. Gotta tell y'all how I broke the TV with my butt. Okay.
Not the butt, so the badonkadonk broke the television.
The power of the butt.
Okay.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Pay more taxes because of those. Yep. Fact.
Sorry, y'all. We can't help where we live at and what
Yep. Everybody, every time there's a disaster, tax rates go up.
Oh shoot! Oh my God, that reminds me. Remember we had a what's it called? It's not a storm, but it was like during the winter time. The streets had frozen randomly, but
Like ice storm?
we had a lot of accidents then too. Like
Oh,
cars,
black ice. Black ice.
black
Yeah.
ice. Yes, we had a lot of black ice on just one day, 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had gotten in accidents. It was crazy. So
I
I'm so
remember
sorry.
on the
I
news it was
apologize.
in Dallas. The cars were sliding to each other and stuff like that.
Because
Yeah.
our infrastructure isn't made for that, and we don't have. I mean, you can purchase snow tires, but what's the point of us purchasing snow tires when we don't really get snow?
You might as well just stay home.
People don't listen. They hard headed. We be thinking with our gut. Oh, it's snowing. I gotta go and get some food. And then go try.
You ain't
Try
got
to
it
get
by
some
now.
food
You just don't need it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like to stay home. What'd you say, sweetie?
She's listening to everything y'all saying.
I'm so sorry. I cussed earlier too. I keep forgetting. It's a child in
No,
the
don't
room.
worry. She didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
Or else she would have said, "Oh, sure." Yeah.
Oh.
I did say I was asked about word yesterday.
You did?
Oh, you did?
I didn't hear it.
Well, you
That's
telling
okay.
off on yourself.
Right.
I didn't have a bad word.
It's still
I
in the
was
bed. Oh, okay.
out.
Yeah, because I mean, as long as you don't
Okay.
get hurt, you're fine. It's still in the bed.
You know what's funny? I
Gianna,
actually want,
And I was
like, I
want it?
and now I
Like in a
was
what do you call it? Like a straw?
yeah,
no,
raffle?
I wanted it in a raffle. I guess you could say it's a raffle at work. It was at work, and I didn't know that I was in this raffle, but everybody was. And I won for like best attendance. They just came to no, they called me because I was sleeping, because I'm overnight, so I was sleeping during the day. And one of the bosses had called me, and I kept trying to figure out why are y'all calling me? Like I'm trying to sleep, and then so the guy Ryan, he was like, "Bakita, you won the TV," and I was like, "Okay, good night. I'm going back to sleep."
Well, I'll pick it up next time I'm at work.
Well, yeah, and then so I gets to work and I see the TV there. It was a Samsung, I think, what was it, 50-inch?
Really?
Samsung 50-inch smart TV at the time.
What? Okay, go off.
Right, so it was sitting there, and at that time I was driving, so we had our very first car at the time. And so I looked at my team and I was like, well, guess what? Y'all gonna figure out how to get that TV right into
Yeah,
that
that's what
car.
I was gonna say. They gave it to you at work. They need to figure out how to get into your
Yeah,
house.
they could have
Right.
just shipped it. They did something like that.
Right.
My sister, she had won a refrigerator, and they just had to ship to her house.
Yeah, no, they just left it there. But it was good. They were because at the time my husband had the same car that quite a lot of people have the same car in the parking lot. So one of the other dudes, he has the same car as us. So he's like, yeah, no, it would be easy. We just, got to go in and all that. I was like, all right, yep, no, y'all going to get it in there. That's all I know. Because
They'll figure it out. Guys are resourceful.
Right.
so they went out there. They got it in there, and I told him, I said, guess what? You'll be the one to take this TV out because I'm not carrying this. So he thought I was kidding, and I was like, no. And we all work at the same place. So I was like, you didn't see the TV in the office? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, there's a TV. So you're going to have to get this TV because I can't lift it. And then he's like, all right. He comes in and he's like, wow. They really went out of their way and paid for this Samsung. Yes, no. And then I said, no. Don't worry about it. I'll hook it up because you know you ain't too smart at hooking these things up. I get it. So I went ahead and hooked it up myself. And so we have two. We have this one, but we're actually gonna get rid of the Westinghouse soon. We have for like over 5 years now. Yeah. And it still works, still good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
That's what I'm saying. But it's no use replacing them. My husband will be like, anything over 3 years, it's a wrap. Like at about 2.5, he's trying to buy another TV. And then we just play round robins of stuff. And I'm like, really? It's wasteful. And these are like delicate, like he got those like thin, like the TV in the front room is like a real thin edge. I don't know what it's called. And then the one he has in the other room is like one of those thin edge, but it does like the little curve thing. So it's like, how do you ship this?
My father has that one. I think he spent maybe 30. No, I think it was like 2,000 and something on that. I was like, Daddy, and it's big and it comes off the wall and stuff. It's nice, but I guess I don't really care for it too much because I don't watch a lot of TV, but I can see why it would appeal to him. He enjoys it, and it's very crisp. You can see everybody's pores.
Exactly. Yeah, all the little details.
I don't like that. I don't want to see your pores. Give me brushed out. I don't want to see everybody's face.
Yeah. See, I don't put value on that stuff, but he does. So I appreciate it. Just don't crowd our house with stuff. Like if you want to buy something new, like, he makes decent money and he always talks about, I work hard, I work hard, I should buy what I want. I'm like, well, you have to okay that between us, since this is our home, we should agree it's our money. I'm not going to begrudge you that, but I don't like bringing new things into our home when we still have old stuff that we don't use. Get rid of old things, sell it, get some money and put that towards other things. Mm-hmm. I don't like the idea of just adding stuff. And that's the big thing about when you have a big house. People just tend to nest and just keep throwing crap in it. And then next thing you know, you start trying to figure out why you got all this crap that you got to get rid of. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's to me where I have an issue. I want a smaller place where we're not throwing in a bunch of stuff, Mm-hmm. It's annoying. Annoying. Anyway, so Kiana is knocking TVs over onto the bed. Mm-hmm. And apparently the husband bought her a new one. Okay. That worked.
That's fine. Right.
Exactly. Hey, you got it like that, girl. Go right ahead. Don't you have a new working TV, but watch out though, okay? Just group dancing today, so not so stressful. There you go. It's stressful that you have to go.
Yeah.
Kiana says hello to Ulysses. Okay, y'all, we've come to the end of this. So we can either end now or do y'all want to do like a 20-minute sprint and then end from there? What do you want to do?
Let's do 20.
You do 20? Okay, it works. Oh, look at me. I got 1956 pulled up. Let me see if I can get it to 20. 20. Bam, look at me. Oh, no, went to 1958. I'm trying to get this timer exact. What am I doing? Okay, whatever. It's going to be where it's at.
Right. We know it's 20.
I can't get it exact. It keeps doing its own little thing. Okay, y'all. We got 20 minutes on the clock. Let's make this bad boy count. Okay. Happy reading or whatever you're going to do. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, where we at? Oh, there we go. How did that sprint go so quickly, y'all?
Yeah, I got a lot read. I read 2 chapters. The chapters are kind of short, and it's getting good. I need to look up. I'm using my phone right now, but I'll look it up later. Do any of you know what sleep paralysis hallucinations are?
I know what sleep paralysis is, but the hallucination of it, is that
Okay.
more like sleepwalking?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm gonna have to look it up later because I want to understand like what this character is going through, and if I'm supposed to think they're unreliable because they suffer from it.
Might be because the paralysis is they can't move, and I'm assuming the hallucination is they're also seeing visions that
Mhm.
is not there too. So
Right.
I would think they might be unreliable, because they're having some sort of psychosis.
Right.
And
While they're sleeping, but their eyes are open.
so they may not know what's real and what's fake. Like
Right.
the
Yeah.
dream could very well just be a dream, but they could be looking at something and it might be real. So they can't differentiate between what's real and what's fake.
Mm.
Unless that's part of the plot and it's one of those like scary things. So it could be that it's legit and they think that, it's not real or whatever.
Right.
You never
Okay. I
know.
was wondering because I like you all. I heard about sleep paralysis, but the hallucination part, I ain't never heard that before. So that's what's happening here. I think I'm gonna finish it today.
Oh, there you go.
It's an easy read. It's good.
I think I've had I don't know. I think I've had some form of sleep paralysis back in the day. Like I used to have this recurring dream. I haven't had it in years, but I can't like scream. Like I'm outside of some house or something looking at something at a window and I'm trying to scream and I can't like scream, but in my sleep I'm standing still like
Oh God.
it's weird. Like I'm woken my husband up. Like when we first started dating, it'd be a few times. He's like, "Wake up! You're like screaming, almost like a grunt. Like I can't get a full scream out, but I'm trying to scream." And it's something that I've had like throughout, like every once in a while, like over years. It's kind of the same. Like I can't remember all the details, but it's the same thing of me standing outside
Hmm.
looking at something trying to scream but not being able to get it out and not being able to move, and it's just freaky. It definitely freaks you out.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
don't know about the
heard
hallucination part, but yeah,
that's scary. I had a coworker who I didn't know she had sleep paralysis until we tried to wake her up for lunch or dinner or something because we had went for a conference.
Mhm.
So everybody we go into her room because she wasn't answering the phone.
Yeah.
And we're knocking on the door. Nobody comes to the door, and I'm panicking. This is when I was younger. I mean, I panic now, but I was a whole nother level back then. I'm like, oh my God, is she dead? She's not answering her phone. Nobody, what's going on? Then all of a sudden she answers the door and she's like, she's breathing really hard. Her eyes are like bloodshot red. She was like, y'all, I'm sorry. She said, I could hear you all, but I couldn't get up. I was like,
That's
girl,
scary, girl. That's a whole
tell me
movie.
something. What is happening? I knock on wood. I hope that never happens to me. That sounds really scary. So you know what I'm saying? Like you can hear everything happening around you, but you
Yeah.
can't get up. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. Yeah, I don't know what fits definitively into the category, but yeah, that sounds familiar. And it's just freaky no matter what. Just like
Right.
feel like you're not in control. Yeah, not fun.
Right. Yeah.
It's been too many movies talked about like that, so that's why I'm just like, oh, there's gonna be something much more. So that's crazy.
I feel like yours may have meaning behind it though. If you're having like the same reoccurring dream, it must mean something.
I don't know. Maybe it means I'm trying to get in somewhere and get somebody's attention and they're not
You can't scream or
listening.
scream.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had it though, but it was something that I would get like 2 or 3 times a year. And I haven't had it in probably like 7 years, which is fine by me.
Right. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's just saying hi to each other. Thank you for coming by. Much appreciated. Okay, Kata. I sound real country.
Sound like my family. Sound like my family. I got, I think it's like 18% because I just started this today. So, oh no, 16%. I think it's a contemporary. I'm reading Real Americans by Rachel Kong. So I decided to take a break from the Poppy War trilogy to read something a little bit more light. Even though that the second book is good, so it's getting good. I just wanted a break, from it. This one here, I think is more contemporary with romance in it. So it's a romance, but I think it's leaning more into the contemporary fiction of it all. But it's really nothing much. I think it's just talking about being an Asian American in the US and just finding love and um navigating the world, as an Asian American and what comes with it. So it's all right. It's all right. Ain't really much to really talk about because I feel like it's still too early. I'm waiting for something to happen, like some dramatic thing to happen. But they're just talking about like the family and how their parents are and how they have to navigate as a Asian American here and how that's a conflict with their parents because their parents are, full Asian. They don't know the how to navigate the world here, and so there's always going to be like some pushback, between the parents and the children. So, but other than that, it's all right. It's all right.
What nationality or ethnic group do they belong to?
Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Chinese.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot
you know,
where
different values.
where exactly.
I want to eat. I want to eat.
I know. You're always hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Me too. That's a struggle.
Yeah, I'm not too. I forgot where in the US they are. So
Okay.
that part I was trying to figure out. They'll probably touch on it later on though. But like I said, it's all right. It's good.
You're still early.
What about you, Miss Adrian?
Read a spicy scene. Actually, I continued reading a spicy scene, and then it was sometime later on the next day. So
Wow. It's like what happened to that time in between?
yeah, there were multiple scenes between the two people.
What?
Yeah.
How do you process that
Yeah.
though? Like me.
There were breaks. There were breaks.
What? So what are they? What? Okay, let me shut up. I got too many questions.
They had to eat ramen noodles and
I'm like,
replenish
what are
the
they doing in
strength.
between? Like it's like a marathon.
There were breaks. They got up for breakfast and then went again. Breakfast that he made, which is unusual for him because
Okay.
he doesn't usually do that. So he's freaking himself out. He's like, I don't.
He made breakfast. He didn't even go to McDonald's or Wawa.
No.
He made it. Wow.
She woke up and she smelled coffee, bacon, and some other stuff. Brother man was cooking.
He planted
they in his house. They in his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he had the staples at the house already too. He didn't have to go and get it.
Exactly.
He just needed somebody to cook for it.
And she was like, I gotta go to work. He said, no, you're not going to work.
You
today.
don't.
And she's like, no, I have to go to work. And he's like, no, you will not. She didn't go to work.
Ooh.
That's not a dark romance, huh?
It can be seen as such, but it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. It's I guess part of it could be looked at as street lit, which is not what I read. But I kept on hearing about this book from some people that I follow on TikTok, and then I was like, "Ooh, I got FOMO. Let me just because I knew I wasn't going to physically buy the book, especially once I heard how long it was. I said, let me
Oh, that's
just
the 600-page one. Yeah, romance.
yeah, 700
Seven.
page one. So I was like, Kindle, and it's on Kindle Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
It's
easier
unlimited be
to
coming through, y'all.
coming
okay.
through. They come through, and it's good. It's good. I keep on hearing. Well, is it really good for a romance book? And it's so long. I'm like, but it's not a book that you're gonna be like. I keep on putting it down because of what's going on with me personally, but it's not
Yeah.
that it has nothing to do with the book. The book is good. The book is good because every time I dive back into it, I'm like, yes,
I like
I
those
dive
kind
back
of books.
into the world. But I'm like, I could have finished this book a whole week and a half ago, but I have not been reading that much lately. So yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like
but
What
it's good.
food are you?
It's good.
that's good that you're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading this book. It's like a kind of murder mystery detective type book. I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing the horror mayhem good, but I've been wanting to read this for a while. It's horrific stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Are they detailing it? Not really. That pisses me off. But anyway, it's a thriller.
So it's like a clean thriller. They're
Yeah,
not.
kind of. Serial killers, they're trying to figure out who exactly, these detectives are trying to figure out exactly who the serial killer is and what the motivations are. And he's targeting like the detective's daughter. She's a grown woman making stupid decisions. But
oh boy.
it's a pretty cover. Like
Yeah,
putting yourself in danger, like somebody after you. Why are you at night running with your dog?
oh, see, when
Makes
I
no
see that
sense.
happening in real life, I always wonder what makes somebody do that. Like, how secure are you in your area that you are willing to go outside this late at night and walk your dog?
Mhm.
I don't get it.
It can't be me. I'm too much of a scaredy cat. Mm-mm.
Well, I
I
don't understand. We have people who, and God bless them, there are things that don't happen at all. But we have, New York City, specifically Manhattan, has Central Park. Why are you running by yourself at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning before you go back home to get yourself ready for work?
Mm-hmm.
No.
fitness
Uh-uh.
ain't that important.
No. Like I gotta
No.
get my run in. Get a treadmill. Uh-uh.
Right, I was gonna say the same thing. That's scary.
Facts.
Back
Yeah.
when I used to be a
Uh-uh.
runner, I would run with my dog sometimes at like 6 a.m. But I quit that because after a while, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I was trying to basically get it done before I went to work to save time after. But I'm like, it's dark outside. Like, it's really not, it wasn't really worth the effort.
Right.
Nah, I definitely ain't running from that. But still, it just wasn't really. Yeah, I don't get it. And then you have people like you ever see people walking around with flashlights with their dogs too at night. I see that around my neighborhood. And I'm like, it's nice y'all feel safe. It ain't that serious. That dog,
Oh,
no.
And
To
just
me,
remember, some of them are dog walkers. They're
oh.
like literally getting paid to walk these dogs at certain times of the morning.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just
I guess I'm not getting paid.
And
yeah,
they
I
get
just
paid good
don't
money
get it.
too.
Yeah, I
They
just
get paid
don't.
good money too.
I heard.
Yeah. I didn't think
Mhm.
about the
They
business
do.
aspect. I just know it ain't gonna be me. Like to me, I'm about to take the dog. Like even at night with my other dog, before we got like an extra yard that I can just run around loose, I would put him on a leash, open the door, and let him run out. Now I'm gonna hold the leash, and you go out and do your business. But as soon as you come back, we're gonna finish, come right back in. Like we're not going
Right.
for a walk. I may
Yeah.
go like down the sidewalk sometimes. But in general, I mean, I have a little tiny dog now. She barely wants to leave the porch. But I'm not taking walks like around the block. Like a house or two, maybe, if that. But I just don't understand it. But everybody's different. I get some people do like the idea of having their dog get exercise like multiple times a day and all this other stuff. Because I had these other friends that after dinner, every day, even though it was dark, they would go and walk a mile or two with their dog. And I'm just like, this is not.
I mean, I guess I don't mind. It's like for me, it's a cutoff time. Because I've done that before with my mother when we used to live in our old neighborhood. After we would eat, we would go and walk a little bit. But like once, the mosquitoes start coming out and then we start running into too many people with dogs or something. My mother's afraid of dogs. She walked with a stick at all times.
That's smart. That's smart.
But yeah, like when it starts happening like that, she's like, "It's time to go back home, Julie. It's getting too dark. We don't know who we're gonna run into. When you can't see anymore, that's when it's time to go back home." I don't see how people do that. I understand we have street lights and stuff, but I don't feel protected if I'm out there and I don't know who's around the corner.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I've gotten a lot more lazier in my older age, but yeah, we used to walk out around the blocks and stuff when it was just getting dark. But once it's already dark, we're not taking walks. But like I said, I see people all the time in my neighborhood. They got like a little flashlight with them
on the head.
no, like in their hand. I have seen those with that too, though. But no, they have it in their hand, so at least they're trying to be visible. But to me, it's just if you my dog, we're not doing that.
So the character in your book, though, are they being careful while they're going out, late at night by themselves, or are they just all right, I'm just gonna go outside and be free. Ain't nobody gonna touch me.
No, she is aware that somebody is attempting to kill her. And she decided to get a dog, right? She decided to get a cat and a dog, right? The cat just appeared somewhere and she decided she would get a guard dog, but it's like a friendly lab or something like that wags its tail. So it's not really a guard dog, but she decides it's dark outside, but she's like, oh, well, you need exercise. Let's go run 2 miles. Like,
wait.
Yeah, I'm just like, and she's like, I know I shouldn't, but he needs to walk. He needs the exercise. Like, girl.
And then she knows somebody is trying to kill her.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, it's just, it's teen.
But she's in her 20s. Yeah, she's young.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay. I just feel like she's putting herself in harm's way. And I'm like, is that intentional? Like, at first I thought maybe she was using herself as bait, but I just think she's dumb. Well, it's okay.
Characters.
Thank you for coming, Kiana. Hello, Nell. We're going to say hi and bye. We're going to be departing.
Right.
I'm going to go take a nap. Hey, Cherie. Another few pages. That's awesome. Get her done. Nicole says, sprint went fast or the video I watched was long.
Wow.
It was a 20-minute sprint, so not too long. Actually, 19 minutes and 57 seconds. So anyway. Thanks for the chat. Good to start a Sunday. Awesome. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. Ooh, 55%. Ate some breakfast.
Good.
Sounds productive. Kay says, getting coffee, hugging the like button. Awesome. Thank you for coming by. Hey, Adrian be coming through.
When she said, well, the next day afterwards,
okay.
Adrian don't play, okay? I appreciate that. Oh, what's your title, Adrian?
Demon's Dream.
Demon's Dream. What's the author's name?
Hold on. Hold on.
Hey, Paco. Hello. Hi.
Is Ellie, and that's ELLE, Kayson, KAYSON.
Spell it one more time. I'm gonna type it in here.
So it's Demon's Dream by Ellie, and that's ELLE, Kayson, KAYSON.
Oh, okay, there we go. Demon's Dream.
Almost.
There we go. Check it out. Okay, y'all. That's it for me. I have a video that came out yesterday. If y'all interested, it's RuPaul's memoir, House of Hidden Meetings. If you want to go check out the video, you're more than welcome. Y'all got any videos y'all want to talk about, came out or about to come out or whatnot?
No, I'm
drop
taking a
really
break.
short one. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a short one about the 2 books that I showed earlier that I got. But other than that, when I'm ready to come back, I'll do it. But I haven't done any longer videos in a while. Yeah.
Hey, y'all are still reading, so that's all that counts.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There you go. Enjoy your books. Kay has found the book already. Christina's on it. She's like, found
In
it.
it.
I promise you will enjoy it. I promise. Everybody that I told about the book, they're like, "Oh my god,
That's
that
right.
book!" And the other book is The Oath that I read already. That's
If
been
my
all
library
over
has it, I'll
the
try
place.
it out. It's just
The
the
Oath,
page
The
count
Oath
that
is
makes me kind of
crazy.
nervous.
The Oath is much shorter.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Get
The
that
Oath is
one.
much shorter. Much shorter.
My library don't be having spice, like new spice books. Or actually, have I even gotten a spice book from them lately? I can't remember the last time I read a spicy book from the library. If anything, it's from Kindle Unlimited or just Kindle books I downloaded. Yeah, they'll be coming through with urban fiction. I've been trying to find Quan for a minute, or Entice. Did I say it right? Entice?
Mhm.
Yeah. Or Zane. They ain't got none of it. Like, what's wrong
Yeah,
with y'all?
the Oath is approximately 302 pages
Oh, there you go. That
and
was not bad.
5-star read. It's really good.
Mm.
I was going to say something else. I completely forgot what it
Okay.
was. I can't remember what it was. Okay, we couldn't be that important.
It'll come back later.
Yeah, I will. Okay, what about you, Jaleesa, for a video?
I am editing a book tag. It's the one that Nicole tagged me in about how I rate books. So
Okay.
yeah, that'll be coming out
Oh,
pretty soon.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I know I'm different. I'm good for some partial stars. So
I'm curious because I find it interesting how people rate. Everybody is not 4 or 5 stars. Some people have 6
Mhm.
stars for certain
Yeah.
books.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
Like
very interesting.
sometimes it rates.
Hmm. And some
oh,
people don't rate certain types of books. So
Yeah, it's true. I've heard that.
yeah, I rate everything. Even I feel bad when I'm rating memoirs though,
Mhm.
because I'm like, am I judging your life or am I judging how you told it? You know?
It's a
I've
little
decided
bit of
I'm judging how you told it because you weren't ready to tell the story.
Right. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
that's
true.
how I am. Because
Hmm.
I appreciate the person. It's just that their story, I'm like, it could have been done a little bit differently.
Case in point, Prince William. I was like, mm-mm,
Oh, yeah, I still haven't read
mm-mm.
that.
Yeah,
After seeing
I
all
ain't
the
read
reviews,
that.
I'm like, I
I
don't
say
think I
you
can
could have
read it.
waited if you weren't ready to tell the whole truth of who these people are.
Right. He could
Then
have kept it.
no, could have kept it. Could have kept it.
But he's not gonna ever really tell the whole truth because that still is his family, It's
Yeah.
gonna sugarcoat it.
To protect them.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, it's like he might not be in with them, but he still is part of it. He can't like really tell you how you really feel. The Oath, is that Jeffrey Tubin
No,
or
it's by T.M. Um, is it Richardson?
TM?
Hold on. Yeah, Richardson. T.M. Richardson.
Let me type that. I got a lot of oaths coming up. I don't see no
It
Richardson.
says the Oath colon a Why Choose novel.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me do that. Is it a why choose or why choose?
A Why Choose.
Oh, why is that not coming
If you're
up?
looking under a library, it might not be available that way. It is indie.
Mhm.
Richard. Oh well, no. Lissy just says it's on Libby, so I'm just seeing the mind habit. I know
Okay.
everybody's Libby isn't created equal, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah, Elise's now. She's one of the people I got to read it.
Oh, T.M. Richardson. Okay,
Mhm.
6 hours. Let's see what
That's
this
not
is
bad.
talking
That's good.
about.
I'm trying to get back in the single.
Miles, Deacon, and
Audiobook.
Cassidy are Franklin's best friends, brothers in every sense of the word. When Franklin asks his brother to do something unorthodox as his dying wish, the trio have some reservations. When they tell his widow about the oath that they were bound in brotherhood to uphold, will she run or embrace a new phase of her life that includes the three of them? Tatum
What?
thought she'd never forever. No, Tatum thought she'd found forever until tragedy struck. When her husband of 22 years dies, Tatum feels her world has ended. Little does she know that Franklin's last request opens a Pandora's box to something even greater and fulfilling. Will dating three men open up her world and give her heart a second chance at happiness? If not her heart, it'll be something else. Okay. Well, I mean, they're gonna take care of her, so at least her husband's looking out for her. So.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like there's something else to that, but
there's a whole lot to that. There's a whole lot to that, but you can't say everything in that scenario. So.
And it's an audiobook. Hold on. I may or may not, but I'm gonna put it on hold anyway. So let's see.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it because when I got exposed to it, the audiobook was not out yet. So I just read it.
Yes, it's
I have it on my Kindle.
That's not long. You'll have it pretty soon.
Yeah. And books be coming through quick. They be like, 18-week wait. It'll be a week later. You are now ready. Deliver later.
Because people been suspending their holes. I
got plans. All right, let's see what we're so we can get out of here. Thank you, Ulysses. Much appreciated. Got it on Let Me gonna listen to it. There we go. Earn some folks on. Get ready for a nice ride. Okay.
Get ready for a nice ride. Literally.
Look, I went into a little bit more detail of it when I was on Brandy's live, and Brandy's husband said, "Hell no, I was dying." I was done. I said, I knew he was in the background. I said, I figured he was probably in the background because of the time of night was. And his response was like, "Oh no."
He was like, "Don't giving ideas."
Like, "Oh no. Oh no." He said, we not having that type of oath.
What happened to looking out for you, woman? You know?
So funny. So funny.
A little coffee, create and connect. I like that name.
Right? I like the alliteration.
We're good. We're about to get out of here, though. I'm way past the time. I had some sugar, so I'm still awake. Working on revising my rough draft, so can't stay long, but glad I found the channel. Well, thank you very much. Well, you got some other channels here. You got Jaleesa with Reading Beyond the Book cover. Hold up, let me see. If I take this off, will y'all channel names pop up? There we go. Jaleesa Reading Beyond the Book cover, Key the Resistance Book Club, and Adrian and Sister Harlem's Library. Got some other options. Just message us. We'll take care of you. Okay, y'all. I need to get out of here. Yeah, Brandy told him he could, and Mr. K said no.
Sure did.
I'm gonna have to watch
this. You gotta. It was so funny. It was so funny. And she was like, "What is it about?" And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna go into a little bit of the detail." There were people like, "I'm downloading now. I'm downloading now. I'm downloading now," and he was like, "Hell no, I would not. I would not say that."
See, when it comes to the dudes, you just gotta stick to the spicy. Like my husband doesn't really care about all of these books. Sometimes he'll let me read some stuff to him, like while he's brushing his teeth, like right before bed. But generally, I don't need to. Like I'll tell him a synopsis of a book that's good, but I'll read like the good juicy parts. Like he doesn't really care about the rest. Like he'll sometimes act like he don't care, and then I start reading. He'll be like, "Hold up, go back." Go back.
Like, so you were listening.
Yeah, especially when it's like crazy stuff. Like you have books like not just like the spice, but you ever have these just wild, crazy books that you read and you're just like, what did I read? Things like that just really gets attention. It's
That
funny.
happened to me recently. I was reading, well, I already finished it. Mary Monroe's book called The Double Lives, where these twins are always switching. Always switching. Like one, it seems like she's good, but she actually is a bad one. And you got the one that people think are bad, but she's actually the good one. And they do that their entire life, even up until the other one gets married. And then something crazy happens. I'm not gonna tell y'all, but yeah, that one was wild. I told my husband, he was like, "But how can they not tell they're different people?" I said, "You never know. Sometimes people don't really pay attention to twins like that, and they really can't tell the difference between them. I know I would be able to tell, but supposedly their mother and everybody else around them did not know they were switching places the entire time."
I think if you around them enough, you would know. But let's say you have a friend or whatever, you don't know they have a twin. They could just be doing all sorts of stuff. And you'll never even know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Now that's scary.
Yeah.
It's funny. Sometimes I'll watch like these little YouTube shorts and stuff where they'll have like, have the twins come up or, the dad or whatever come up and the uncle and then have the kid choose between them to see if they'll know the difference. And the kid might not know exactly, but they're like, something's not right. But then they have this other one that it's a whole twin thing that they do. And the kid will be like, "Hey, Uncle Daddy," and be very happy. So he calls him Uncle Daddy because it looks like his dad, but it's the uncle. He's just excited to see him as his dad. So he says, "Dad," and hey, it's Uncle Daddy. It's so cute. Okay, let's get out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom and probably take a nap. I think I'm gonna sleep for an hour, then get up.
Make it
Which
4
means
hours.
2 hours.
You never know. I'll say that, and then I want to probably not even going to bed. But I got enough sugar to last me. But I do feel, you have that general malaise. That's kind of how I feel in my body. Like I'm not dead tired, but it's a malaise. But if I lay down and calm myself, I'm about to
Be knocked out.
Thank you
Well,
for
it's
having us.
fun. Thank y'all for coming. Much appreciated. Tuesday sprints, 10 a.m. EST if y'all are available. Otherwise, for this particular sprints, next Sunday at 8:30 a.m.